Now that is more like it. At what point amongst us Digimon Ghost Game fans are we going to accept that Kiyoshiro and Jellymon are the main characters of this series and are by far the hard carry? How is it that with every single Kiyoshiro and Jellymon centric episode, it's always fun, fantastic, or just a barrel of laughs? And I'll make one thing clear. Episode 29 of Digimon Ghost Game is one of my favourite episodes of Digimon of all time. And as far as story and narrative goes, this episode is by far the best in Ghost Game. If you don't agree, you're kidding yourself. You should have seen my face. After a whole episode build-up of tension, emotion, self-doubt, reinvigorated belief from previous experiences, Ghost Game's actually building linearly on previous episodes. I know, crazy right? But it actually built on Kiyoshiro's character and progress from previous episodes and called back to them. Again, where Ghost Game is concerned, that gets 10 out of 10 marks because not many episodes really do that whatsoever. As far as horror goes, it wasn't the scariest, but it was a cool reference to Stephen King's The Mist. And on a side note, there is a series on Netflix called The Mist based on his books. And in episode 1 of that series, there is a very graphic scene akin to this scene right here. So I enjoyed the head nod, and I've actually seen that episode too. But where Digimon is concerned, this made Kiyoshiro feel like a real, authentic superhero figure, especially with this childlike character who, very funnily designed as she may be, but she is an essential tool to Kiyoshiro's progress, and honestly, I got that warm fuzzy feeling in my stomach. That's how you do a Digimon hero protagonist, that's how you build up to an evolution, and the evolution to Thetismon was absolutely phenomenal, much like the Kino Vice One episode. Oh, I could go on forever about how good this episode built up to the final moment with the evolution, how the resolution was pretty decent, it introduces Thetismon's healing powers and new abilities, Thetismon just oozes finesse, and we had a debut in Ghost Game of Herismon from Digimon Re-Rise, the game that got shut down. Thanks, Bandai. But there is just so many reasons to love today's episode. The uses of the soundtrack in particular moments, the sound effects, the linear progression of the characters, staying true to Kiyoshiro's humour and his quirkiness and weaknesses whilst also improving on his strengths. Jellymon and Kiyoshiro are just by and large the best thing about Ghost Game for me. Honestly, even more so than Gullis Gammon, and in all the controversy of how Ghost Game is being handled and the way it's being treated, super episodic and no linear progression, the one thing I think everyone is going to agree on by the time this series finishes is that they did Kiyoshiro and Jellymon so right. And this episode, much like every other Kiyoshiro and Jellymon episode, just proves it. Jellymon went from being my least favourite Digimon to being my utmost top 3 Digimon of all time, purely because how this series has handled those two characters. Episode 29 of Ghost Game is quite simply another classic to Kiyoshiro and Jellymon's extensive list of great episodes, but in my opinion it belongs in the Hall of Famers of Digimon episodes overall. I don't think many episodes of Digimon have built so much emotional suspense by using this small child as leverage to get you to emotionally invest in the story of that episode whilst also propping up Kiyoshiro's character as being some kind of anime superhero, which he believes he is deep down, was just sublime. It was sublime. This episode was great as hell. I've got nothing else to say about the episode. I'd definitely love to talk about it with you guys, so please leave a comment down below. Please like the video if you enjoyed this review, and I've got a couple of things coming next week, so don't miss those. I'll see you in the comments. Have a great Sunday, but most importantly, take care.